Hey everybody, what's up y'all? Welcome back to my channel, TammyTalks here. Let's talk Real Housewives of Potomac. This is season 7, episode 1, Spring Awakening. Alright, if you're brand new to my channel, I do breakdowns on various TV shows, both scripted and reality, interjecting my own thoughts, opinions, and theories into each and every recap. So if you enjoy that type of content, hit that subscribe button, thumbs up the video, hop in the comment section. Because I can guarantee y'all, I'm not going to have the same views as the other YouTubers that you are watching. I guarantee you, because I look at things completely different than what I've been seeing some of the other reviewers say, what some of the tweets are saying. So let's talk about it, y'all. So the episode starts out with Giselle and Karen. They're setting up for like a picnic in the park. It's cherry blossom season in the DMV area. And they're talking about Ashley's divorce. So Ashley reached out to Giselle, told Giselle that she was going to be divorcing from Michael. We then pan over to Giselle doing a confessional. I was so distracted. I was so distracted by her hair. I love Giselle, right? So there won't be any like Giselle slander over here because I don't see her as the complete awful person that everybody else does. That confessional here was atrocious. Atrocious. Ooh, sheesh. Like, we already saw the picture from when Candace and Karen posted it. And they were talking about it. It's just as jarring on my TV as it was on my phone. But yikes. All right. So Robin shows up and Ashley shows up. So Karen is talking about how her and Ray are doing, and how because she is 17 years younger than Ray, you know, she's getting her second win. And they're like, 17? I thought you said it was 14. I thought you said it was 21. Karen said, don't play with me. Don't play on my name or my relationship. It has always been 17. I can count, unlike Mia. Remember when we first met Mia, Mia didn't know if she was 38 years younger than Gordon or if she was 30 years younger than Gordon. She didn't have the quick math that she needed to have, all right? So they then talk about Mia's social media posts and how she talked about being in the hospital and going to a cancer center at Johns Hopkins, and it's been I have cancer, I don't. I might be sick, I might not. I have this condition, I don't. So they come to the conclusion as a group that they kind of feel like she's trolling for attention. Giselle said it, Karen co-signs, and it's like, yeah, it's a little weird. I would do things differently. Karen said that she thought that it was odd and she would handle it differently. That's important to note because it comes up later in the episode, all right? So they then talk about how not as credible Mia is because she does lie a lot. And we get this montage of all the times, just last season, when Mia has like put words into other people's mouths, has lied about very brazen things, very blatant things. So she's not the most credible when it comes to stuff like this. We cannot, we can't take what Mia is saying at face value. And that's a terrible, terrible way to be kind of like noted from people. So Karen said that she does not believe that this is a cry for attention. Karen, however, does think that there might be something going on with her, but she does think the way that she's posting about it is weird. So Giselle diverts her daggers over towards Ashley and said that, we're concerned about you, Ashley, because we know that you are going to file for divorce. Ashley said, no, we're just separated. We have to be separated in Virginia for about a year before you can officially file for divorce, okay? So they're asking her, like, why? Why do you want to get a divorce? Ashley was saying how she doesn't drink anymore and, their sex life has changed. And they were like, so because you don't drink? This part was just like, if she wants a divorce, she wants a divorce. Why do y'all need to know the if, ands, and buts about it? If she says she wants to get a divorce, take it that she wants to get a divorce and move on with it. That part absolutely irritated me. And I know it's for TV and know it's for a show and we have to we have to constantly talk about, the elephant in the room and all of that kind of stuff. But like, there was just no need to constantly like hammer into her about that. So Ashley said that they're drifting apart and their sex life isn't the same. Remember last season we saw that when they went to the therapist together, that Ashley was saying how prior to her having, who's older, Dean, that they would have threesomes and they had this like very kind of risque sex life. It's not something she's interested in anymore. And because it's not something she's interested in anymore, it's causing a little bit of friction with them. She thinks that Michael took that as we'll get back to it later, but from Ashley's point of view, it was an absolute I don't want to do that anymore. So Ashley then says that she is looking for a house, but she says she's looking for a house with Michael, and they were all like, how are you getting a divorce if you're looking for a house with Michael? That doesn't make sense. So Ashley said that the house is going to be paid for under an LLC. I said, oh, Ashley, it's giving storyline, okay? I hate to, put that on people, because I feel like it's something that people say so often when watching reality TV, but this is absolutely given storyline, okay? So Robin then said that when her and Juan got divorced, she would never buy a house with him. Robin, this ain't your fight. Robin, this is not your argument, babe. This ain't your conversation, because you lived with this man. Y'all were living together. Y'all were literally living in a house together. Y'all are still not married. Y'all just built a house together. We get some tea on that later. But y'all have built a house together. Robin, this is really not your conversation. This is absolutely not your conversation, Robin. You should have sat this one out. Giselle, all three of y'all have been married before, but let Giselle and Karen give advice about divorces, because you don't have the best backstory with your divorce either, all right? So Karen then talks about how she wants to have a spring into spring party. They tell her that her invitation wasn't grand enough. They're used to all this extravagant stuff that she does, so she gets up and sings with her Burberry print on. So then we pan over to Candace. So Candace's meeting with the doctor with Chris. She wants to now freeze her eggs. She said that she's fresh off her tour with SWV and Faith Evans. She's been opening up for them, and she's getting ready to re-release her album. So she's the doctor is telling them that they have to be on like a schedule to get like the shots so they can get a good crop of eggs out on the first harvest. So she's telling Chris that she needs him to have a more consistent schedule. When he was at home and he was just cooking from the house, I think on probably an online course or something, and waiting after her, she was okay with it. But now the fact that he's back into working, he has his own thing going on, now she has an issue with it. Candace is spoiled. I do not like Candace, but Candace is spoiled, and it is crazy the way that she portrays herself on screen and doesn't see anything wrong with it. It is wow. So when they're in the car, they begin to argue about Chris's schedule again. And Chris is saying that the industry that he's in, if somebody happens to have a party, he can't do anything about that. So because he's now managing a restaurant inside of this hotel, he has to be there for different things. He said that he does have a consistent 2 days off a week, and that Candace is just acting that he doesn't. He arbitrarily throws a cuss word in there, and Candace tells him, "You're gonna stop talking to me like you fucking crazy." So it's Candace cusses at him just as much. But see, this goes back to her mama. Dot raised this little heifer to be like this, so that's why she behaves the way that she does. So they're arguing again, and Chris is saying that you don't hear what I'm saying. Candace said, I hear you. So Chris was like, okay, you hear me, but that means you just don't care about what I have to say then. And that's basically what it is, Chris. She hears everything you're saying, but she don't care about what you have to say or how you feel about anything. She doesn't care. Candace wants things the way she wants things, and anybody that doesn't do the things the way she wants to, in the time that she wants to, in the manner she wants to, you're the op to her. So then we get Robin. Robin is meeting with Charisse. Charisse pops up back on the screen more than anybody I have ever seen in the history of Housewives. Charisse pops up more than Sheree on Atlanta. So Charisse is back. Either make her a housewife or let's not see her anymore. I'm tired of her coming back as like a front, whatever. So Charisse wants to let us know that she got her breast done. Girl, nobody cares because we don't want to see you. Nobody. So Robin says in a confessional that she has known Charisse the longest. She knows Giselle through Charisse. She knows Karen through Charisse. And I mean, if we're going to be real about it, she says Charisse deserves the title of Grand Dame of Potomac. I said, oh, word? Okay. You know that's going to come up at the reunion. So Charisse is asking Robin about the wedding. There's no date, there's no plans, there's no nothing. You know why? They're not going to get married. In Robin's confessional, her producer asks her, do you even want to get married still? I'm going to say no. Because if you wanted to, you would already. Because let's be real. This is Robin and Juan's second marriage, right? They don't have to go to each other at that. They don't need a big hoopla. They can go down to the courthouse if they honestly and truly wanted to get married. Robin doesn't want to. So Robin then brings up the fact that she wants to ask Juan for a prenup. And Charisse was like, well, did you sign a prenup back when y'all got married the first time? Robin said, I did. Charisse said, well, girl, go on, do it. Robin feels that whoever is earning the lesser amount in a marriage should not be entitled to half. She said now the fact that she is the breadwinner, she's making majority of the money, she does not feel like Juan should get half of her money. I personally have no problem with prenups. If I was engaged to somebody and my fiance told me, my soon-to-be husband told me, I want you to sign a prenup, sold. Fine. To me, it's not a big deal. Because if you're truly marrying that person for love and not for their money or their status, you're not going to have a problem signing a prenup. Charisse kind of feels slighted, and she's like, oh, so you don't think I deserved half of what Eddie did? You don't think I earned it? Robin was like, no. Quick, straight and to the point. No, I don't believe you did. I mean, I don't fault people for feeling either way, but if Robin wants Juan to sign a prenup, considering that he had her sign one when he was in the NBA, he should not have a problem signing one for her now. He just shouldn't. They then talk about Ashley, and Charisse says she doesn't believe that they are actually getting a divorce. If you want to get a divorce, but yet you're looking for a house to buy with said person, you don't want to get a divorce. Again, it's a given storyline. Is it just a way for Michael to not be on the show because he can't keep his hands to himself? Who knows? So then we get over to Mia. Mia has moved to Potomac. She's moved out of her high-rise in Baltimore. She was in like the Baltimore Harbor, I think she said last season. So she has a house down the street from Karen. She is renting because they just wanted to get into a house for their kids so their kids can have, more space to run around and play and all that type of stuff. She said that the rent is $10,000 a month and she has spent $65,000 on renovations. That's stupid. I'm sorry, but that's stupid. That's stupid, but whatever. That's a waste of money. $65,000 on renovations. Why didn't y'all just go buy a house? But I mean, we do see that now going on in the blogs and stuff. They've lost access to their money, so maybe it's best that they didn't. So she's having a party with her friends and family over, or really her family, her sister, her brother, their kids, her mom is there. So her mom comes up to her and asks about the test results. And Mia says that she tells her mom she has a disease, but the doctors are trying to kind of narrow down on what the issue is with her. She got a biopsy done, so she does have stitches. And she's just, she wants to live every day like it's her last. She hugs her kids tighter. She's scared of what's to come. Gordon is scared of what's to come, but they're gonna stay hopeful for the best. Ray and Karen come over. Karen tells us that she got a boob lift. Remember, Karen took out her implants after, what was it, like season 3 or 4 or 5? I think it was like season 3 or 4. Took her implants out. She has now got a boob lift. Ray said he's not the most excited about it because he doesn't believe in like plastic surgery for vanity or surgery for vanity. Karen said that maybe she thinks that he likes it, but he doesn't want other people to like it either. So they're talking to Mia's sister, and her sister said that Mia, when they were growing up, used to do this like monkey voice. Mia imitates this monkey. It's giving me... All I could think about was like Cole from Martin when he used to do the bird calls. But Mia did a flawless monkey impersonation. And then her and Karen go to the side and sit down. Karen tells her she was concerned about the social media post because it mentioned her going to the cancer center. So Mia said that her friend Jacqueline, who is the new housewife, told her to be very transparent with her highlight reel. She feels that her highlight reel is social media, which, okay, I think we're relying a little bit too much on social media as a people, but okay. Karen said that she personally would have taken a different route and a different approach because there were going to be naysayers, especially up in their group. And, people question everything. Mia says she doesn't care. Doesn't care. We pan over to Wendy. So Wendy is meeting with Peter Thomas. Patricia, as the Instagram streets call him, or should I say that the housewife Twitter streets call him, Patricia Thomas, all right? So Mia gives us a rundown of her busy day, working with the kids, doing stuff for her professorship, working on her candle line, getting those orders out. She's still a speaker, she does a lot of speaking engagements. I think she still is a correspondent for CNN, or like a political correspondent, we'll say. And then she's working on a book, but she said that she lacks the ability to say no to any opportunity, which is a great quality to have, but it's going to burn you out. So she said that, let the record show. She did not approach Peter. Peter basically approached her about doing this business venture together. So Wendy wants to open up a lounge. And she feels that Peter is the most successful person to do it with. I said, oh, word? All right. So she then says that she wants to have the lounge, like a part of the lounge, be full of books by Black authors and then open it up from kids from 2 to 4. Absolutely not. That makes absolutely no sense. That makes no sense. Peter was like, no. Nobody wants to come in and try to get their drink on, and it's kids running around listening to like a book version of Gracie's Corner. That's not what we're going to do. So he tells her that she would get 20% ownership of the lounge, okay? So he tells her it's going to be about $1.5 million. So her buy-in will be roughly $300,000. That stops Wendy in her track because her and Eddie, I think they share finances, and Eddie's going to have to sign off on her taking, more than $250,000 out of their checking account to put into a business venture like this, a business venture that's in the food service industry, which a lot of those fail. So Peter asked her, like, how does Eddie even feel about it? And she was like, no, he's not for it. He doesn't want to do it. He's not interested in it. He doesn't want any part of it. Well, Peter tells her, be clear. You might not see a return for 18 to 24 months, but then after that, she can start making upwards $400,000. I said, it's risky, girl, but I mean, yeah. We get Ashley. Ashley goes over to see Uncle Lump, who I love. I love Uncle Lump because he don't sugarcoat shit for Ashley. He tells her when she being stupid, as we saw in this scene. So Ashley's telling her her family that she's been looking for a house. So they're asking her, okay, so what is, like, how much is Michael going to be giving you? Like, what are the terms? And she said there's no set amount because she doesn't have the prenup anymore. So because she doesn't have a prenup anymore, because they've been married for 8 years and the prenup was only for 5 years. So she said that she has not hired a lawyer yet, and Michael's going to be the one to write like the divorce proposal. Uncle Lump said, absolutely not. You need to get a lawyer. Don't let him control everything with his lawyer and basically leave you with nothing, right? So she tells them that they're creating an LLC and the house will be in the name of the LLC. Again, this is giving storyline. I think we know now that I think Ashley has officially filed for divorce, I believe, as of like real time now, if I'm remembering what I saw in the blogs. But it's still like, this is stupid, Ashley. This is stupid. So her uncle asks, so is this a divorce or are you just starting a new business? Like, what is going on with this? I saw some people on Twitter say, well, this is how the rich buy houses. Yeah, when they're not getting a divorce. Y'all really do anything to try to justify some of the shit that your favorite housewife does. I've noticed that. So we get to Giselle with this house. So while her entryway is gorgeous, okay, that looks great and makes the house look a little bit more cohesive. But that extra west wing that she has, it sticks out like a sore thumb. I don't know if Giselle needs to completely paint the house, or she has to do something to make it not look like all these different materials, right? So whoever built the entryway needs to do something on that side of the house as well. I also don't understand why that side of the house has like steps and shit going up to it. The step, the little porch or whatever, should have been in the back or maybe to the side. But having it in the front, just maybe she needs to put like another awning, like a pseudo awning. You know what I mean? Maybe that'll make it look better. It looks, other than that, the house looks good. So she's talking to the twins, Angel and Adore, who look so much older this episode, this season. But she's talking to the twins, and she's saying how she got an invitation from Karen. And they get this clip of everybody being scared to open up the invitation because, you know, Karen has a habit of putting shit inside the boxes. So she sent over some like mini tacos and little bottles of tequila. I died when Robin ate a taco. Why would you eat this shit? Whether they were real tacos or not. Why did she eat it? So Giselle is saying that she doesn't know what to wear because the dress code is spring chic. So she's asking her 15-year-old daughters. Good thing she's asking somebody. Why can't she call some of the other housewives? Call Kenya. I've seen you take pictures with Kenya. Like, what? I don't understand it. And I think the real issue is that because people keep bringing it up, the fact that they keep bringing it up like every episode, Giselle is digging her heels in and saying, I'm not going to change anything because I don't want to give y'all the satisfaction of feeling like I know that I need to dress better and my hair and sometimes my makeup looks like shit. So, all right. So her daughters had me in tears when they said, we thought we upgraded the wardrobe. I said, That means that her daughter's been going to school and they've been saying, your mama can't dress. They've been telling her, your mama can't dress. So because of that, she's like, she's going to elevate a little bit. So we finally get to Karen's Spring Awakening party. Giselle arrives first. As usual, she makes a beeline to the food because if Giselle ain't going to do nothing, she's going to snack. So Jacqueline then shows up and she is one of the newer housewives. Was that Jacqueline? Yes, she shows up. She's one of the newer housewives. Karen is talking to Giselle, asking her, like they're talking about Raven and her daughters. And she asks, what are you going to do when you become an empty nester? Because that's a reality for Giselle in the next, 2 or 3 years. And she said that she's going to cry. And then she's going to find a new boo thing. The way Karen just rolled her eyes because Giselle just gives the vibe of somebody that wants to just date and be single. And if that's what you want to do, that's perfectly fine. So they then move on and they talk about Ashley. So Karen thinks that this is just Ashley's way of getting the house out of Michael. She doesn't think the divorce is legitimate or real or she's serious about it at all. She said Michael wants to live in that concrete box where the boys don't have enough room to play around with. So she thinks that Ashley kind of threatening this divorce is really just her way of being like, okay, I want to get a divorce so that way she's going to get this house out of Michael, which kind of makes sense when you think about it. It kind of makes sense. So then Ashley arrives and she said that she found a house already in Arlington and they made an offer. She made an offer. And they're like, did you make an offer? She's like, no, underneath the LLC. And I said, oh, Ashley. All right, Ashley. And then Ashley starts to play semantics. She said, I never said I was getting a divorce. I said, we were separating. How can I say I was getting a divorce if we haven't separated yet? Giselle and Karen both asked Ashley, so you're getting a divorce. Is this leading towards divorce? She said yes to both. But this is what Ashley does, though. Ashley likes to say things and deflect, and then she likes to play semantics about it. All right. So Giselle then goes on this tirade about how buying a house in someone else's, with your ex-husband under an LLC when you guys are getting a divorce is dumb. Then Giselle says, I would never buy a house with Jamal Bryant. She then says, Robin would never buy a house with Juan. Only Robin's name is on that house. And the way Karen and Ashley were like, why did Giselle say that? This is the thing. Giselle be on such a rampage that she just throws missiles straight, and anybody can get it. And in this instance, your homegirl got it. The only one true friend you have on the show, she called it straight. That was not your business to tell. That was not your business to tell, Giselle, whatsoever. I also feel like Robin should have kept that to her fucking self, too. Robin should have never told anybody that Juan's name is not on that house. Why did Giselle even know that? Why did you even feel the need to tell anybody that? Silly. So Giselle is telling Ashley, I feel like you're lying to me. I feel like you're not being transparent. Ashley said, I am always the most transparent with you. She said the closer she gets to moving out, the more that she's wondering if she made the right choice. She made the right decision. She then said she had a coochie craving for Michael. And Giselle was like, did y'all sleep together? Because if you did, then that restarts the clock for separation. Ashley said that they did not. And then Karen was like, girl, just get a toy, get a dildo, but don't sleep with that man. So Karen then tells her, ultimately, I know you're doing what's best for your children, but I do not think that Michael needs to be on this house. Chris and Candace then show up. And they're talking to Candace about Ashley and Michael. Ashley goes to talk to some friends that were there. And Candace said that if they are really getting a divorce, she would throw the divorce party. I said, Candace is so petty. Skylar is back. She's listed as Candace's friend. She ain't Robin's friend no more? Okay. I know that they did not give her a friend of the show contract, so I guess she's just going to pop up here and there. Y'all go up for her fashions, but she was boring. She was really boring. So Wendy and her husband they show up, and we hear Wendy say, oh, I didn't speak to Giselle. Giselle is off to the side talking to somebody at the bar. Wendy walks over, hey, Giselle. Giselle was like, hi. Oh, you're speaking today? Hi. And then she tries to hug her. And I saw a lot of y'all saying, well, Giselle is petty. No. The way that Wendy acted last season, why would she try to go up to her and hug her? The way that Wendy acted the entire reunion. I think Wendy sat back and watched these episodes and saw that it's not like, I think Wendy sat back, watched these episodes, and saw that she had a lot of just pent up aggression towards Giselle and Giselle solely. Every time they tried to talk to her about it, Wendy was acting like she couldn't be bothered. Wendy sat the entire reunion, and anytime somebody even so much as said ja, she would interject and say something negative about her. You trashed her. You asked her why would she bring her kids around her ex-husband. As if they not her, as if those are not his kids too. So I don't even know why Wendy went over there. Wendy could have said, hey, Giselle, walked over and said hi and kept it moving. Wendy wanted to have a moment. She wanted Giselle to get loud and get whatever with her, and so that she can just say, yes, see, she hasn't matured. She hasn't grown. Wendy, bye. I do not like Wendy. I don't. And I can give credit where it's due, and I will always with Wendy. But in this scene, Wendy did the absolute most and then wanted to, like, oh my God, play victim. Why would you want to go hug her? And you've been talking mad shit about her. So Giselle did say no touching. So then Mia finally arrives. And when she walks up, Giselle says, so this is what cancer, no cancer looks like. Giselle. That's why people talk about you the way they do, babe. This ain't the way to go. So she said that she felt that Mia's post was very, look at me, I need attention, look at me. And she said that we all agree with that. Karen was like, no, I didn't say that. Giselle was like, yes, you did. So Karen did say that it was weird and she would have done things differently, but this is what Karen does a lot too, is Karen will sit here and she says things in the moment, and then when it's brought back up, it's like she conveniently forgets everything she says. Then when they show the clips back at the reunion, she has no response for it and nobody calls Karen out about it. But okay. So Mia said that she was using her platform for awareness. She said that the doctors called her and she got test results back, and they told her it looked like she might have lymphoma. And then she tells Giselle, fuck you, and that's how the episode goes off. A lot. I think it was a pretty strong and a pretty solid opener. Let me know what you guys thought about episode 1. If you haven't already, don't forget to subscribe and thumbs up the video. Catch you guys in the next one.